Good evening, everyone. Good morning, Gorak.
Hi Nisa, hi everyone. So yeah, I think most of us are joining. Let me wait for 2 minutes, then I'll start this session. You can start your live server. We will work on the application that we started last time. Mm, we will add some functionalities there. All right, so I'll start in 2 minutes. Yeah, everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just go
Hi,
to
Gaurav.
the
Hi viewers, I'm ready. So let's start today's session. Um, I hope we can once again um, start the previous application, do some progress here, maybe move ahead and learn some of the concepts. We are left with Redux, which is very, very important in React, important concept as well as application. It is widely used in React world. We haven't actually started that, as well as testing in React, unit testing in React. We are gonna do that within this application. But for Redux, we will separately learn the concept. We will separately do a small application. In Redux, we have like middleware concept. We will fetch API in different way using Redux as well. So we haven't. We are gonna actually start Redux soon. Let's first finish this application and then we'll go there. All right then. Mm, do you have some questions for me, guys? Okay then. And yeah, just let me know if some of you cannot access the quizzes. Just send me message. I have extended quizzes. Maybe just check the portal first and let me know if you can access it or not.
Thank you, sir.
Then I think yeah, I have updated for few of you. Maybe
Thank
I
you.
can do that. Yeah, you just send me text. All right. So here we are. Last time we are fetching our product. Yeah, this is just a function that we used inside use product hook to fetch our products. We used it in our we actually used it in our components. Let me see if we have created because we haven't actually created our components yet. We directly used it in app.js. Okay, today we will create components. First, before doing that, let's first set up another context. Let me open browser here. Yeah, we discussed last time that we will create two contexts here. One is for product, another is for cart. So we have already created context for product. Let's create another context for cart, right? And then we will create our components then. Maybe we can do some styling there. Let me open that React shopping cart here and see the output once again. Once again, let's visit what we are actually trying to build here. So this is the app that we will build finally. Here we have products. We will create today, maybe if possible, a component as well as styling for these products here that we are seeing. Currently, we have our products in. We copy this URL, paste it here, and let's start the live server that we were working on last time. You can go to React TypeScript and run yarn dev. Yeah, the products are directly coming here. Here we have products, right? And we have cart here. So you can see how responsive this is. It will be good if we can make the same. So right here we have products, and this will be controlled by this product context. Right here we have cart. So this will be controlled by another context called cart context. And these are also related. For example, if I click here to add to cart, you can see I did it from product context and now it is going into the cart context. So both of the contexts are also related. We'll not do much operation here. We'll not do checkout. There is a simple message there, but this is the flow we will complete. So let's create cart context as well, and then we can create components. All right, so the steps are similar. So previously for product context, you can see here we have product context provider. Now what we will do is we will create another folder for cart context, and we will create another name called cart context provider here, provider.tsx. We'll follow the similar step approach there as well. Here we are gonna create a card context in the card context provider, similar to this product context provider that we have, right? So we will take create context. I think my font size is a little bit smaller. Let's see. Yeah, we will use create context from React, and then from this create context, we will actually create card context. But this is not all for TypeScript. We need to provide initialize this context. Let's initialize this one with undefined value. But this is not at all completed, because we still need to actually type all of the value returned by this context. What I mean is, later we will pass a field called value. There we will pass the values. So what are the values that this context is going to have that we need to type, right? Similar to this product context provider, you can see here we have I product context interface. Now we are going to create a similar interface here. Let me copy this interface and just paste it here. We don't need this all. And name is also different. So there is nothing to copy actually. I part context, let's say. And if you remember, then we actually use this context here. This context is going to have this value, which are actually provided to our application, iCard context, as well as undefined. Undefined is the initial value, right? So iCard context, let's see what we are going to have in this context. So we will have, like, if the context is open or not, we need to find that particular we need to know whether the context is open or not, right? So let's have this is open value, which will be boolean. So this is the first value, and we will create similar to product context provider here. What we will do is we will create use product. We have use product context, right? We will create we'll also create some hooks here, but first let's see if we can have this provider to our context as well, because in product context we created product provider, right? In card context as well, let's create card provider. You can just, yeah, this is reusable. The pattern is now reusable. You can just copy each and everything from here as well. This is product provider. Actually, this is really simple. You can just skip and write your one provider as well. I just want to say that this is the similar pattern. That's why you can go copy and change this name here. Use state is imported, and here it will be card context provider. Here we have children, right? Let's rename it. So card provider. We will accept children there, and the children is of type React node. React node to be imported. React node should be from React node. You can see here, and use state also need to be imported. And we don't have I product, so this is product. Product means these are different products. Let's remove this state from here for now. This is card context provider. Card context provider, and these values are gonna be this value, right? So here I will pass is open. Currently, there is some issue here. We don't have this is open because we haven't created a state. Let's create React state. Let's use state hook. And with that use state hook, what we will do is create a state called is open. State is open. So this is open. But you can see it is of type undefined, and we are saying here it is of type boolean. That's why we have problem here. It says type undefined is not assignable to type boolean. It means we can initialize this with a Boolean value, like we can make initially a false value. Now you can see it is working. So we need to actually set the context as well from some React component, right? Because setting set is open value. Setting is open value means whether we will open this once we click here. Once we click here, we will open this card. That's why we need to pass this as well. Set open. So now you can remember what we need to do. We need to type here as well. Set is open. So you can just check this. Yeah. So how can we type such kind of state updating function? If you remember what we did. So this is a function, right? We need to define input and output both. So what is the input here for this function? The input, guys, for the state updating function. We need what is the type of input? We need to type the type, right? So is it an array, function, string, object? What should we pass in set is open? Can we pass anything, or are we limited?
Should it be Boolean?
It should be Boolean. Yeah. So this will be value or state and write anything, which will be of type Boolean, right? So what will it return? What will our state updating function return?
Void.
Yeah, void. It will return nothing actually. We will not return from it. It will create side effect, and side effect is to update our state here. All right. So yeah. Another things are we need. You can see this. These are not only the things in cart. In cart, we will store some products, right? Here is a product. Here you can see, and in cart we will have some. We need to be able to set this product here from here as well. You can see these are updated. So and yeah, we can do it from here as well, and that we need to also include. Other things are we have this total value here, you can see. So we need to include this as well. In total value, you can see we have currency. Maybe we can have multiple currencies as well. So, and this is the amount. So in total value, we have our currency, we have our amount. How many quantities are there? This is also there, right? There are 9 quantities. Let me see if it is updated. Oh, so I think this is not the quantity. This is some indication. And so it's an every time. Let's remove it from here. Let's remove. Let's add one product, which is this product. So yeah, you can see this is updated. Then every time when I click, when I increase the number of products and decrease the number of products, we need to also include this. We need to include how many product quantities are there in this state. So it means let's first start with we will have product in the cart, right? We'll have product in the cart. Can you tell me how can we type those products? What are the type of products actually in the cart that we have? There are products in cart, right? So what is the type of product actually? Is it object or array? What is that product actually? Or do we have already typed that product, Aman? This product here, right? This product. is of type I product, isn't it? It is here, right? This I product. Are you getting me, everyone? What I'm saying is we have product here. This product is of type I product because this product will contain each and every information like available sizes. You can see Excel here, right? And the currency format. So currency format means I think it is indicating this, right? The currency. We have currency ID. This is coming from API actually. This is the same product um, that we selected. This is the same product. This is the same product coming from API. That's why this card product will be of type I product as well. But one thing is added here. It has quantity as well. But here we don't have quantity, right? When you are displaying products in e-commerce website, this is just a product that we display. But when we try to buy this, we will have quantity at that time. So quantity, one additional property is added to this product in the cart, which is called quantity. Here we don't have quantity, right? We don't have quantity here. So we cannot add quantity here in iProduct because iProduct will not contain quantity. Only cart will contain quantity, right? So what I'm trying to say here is we want this product to be of type iProduct and just add a single property, which is, we will have a single property which is added, which is actually quantity, which will be of type number. So just add single type, just add single type to this I product, which will be of type number, that is quantity. So can we just copy all of the previous type? So, and just add a field or a type called quantity, which is type number. Can we do something like this? Let's say, let's create another interface called I. Yeah.
Kirk, why would we need to do this? Do that? Can't we just reuse this I product and add like another optional key, which is quantity?
Yeah, that is what we need to do because we will not write these fields once again.
Yes. So
yeah,
it's at the end of line number 12. Why won't we add like quantity and make it optional and then number?
oh, yeah. You mean just write quantity here?
Yes, and that would be
Yeah,
optional,
yeah.
and that way we
That's
can
also
reuse
correct.
the I product.
That's also correct. So what you are trying to say is here just have another property, make it optional, right? And then
Yes.
just use this I product here as well.
Yes.
So, all right, let's try to figure this out. Will it have any impact to our existing product because we added a type here? So will it do? Yeah.
I mean, it's an
Here we
optional
have.
field.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's an optional field, so it will not do any impact in our existing application, in our existing iProduct. So how many type you added here, if they are optional, they will simply be ignored, right? If these values are not there, they will simply be ignored. So it means now we can go here and uh, say that let's have another field called product, and this will be of type I product, right? Now, can I say
Yes.
I product here?
Um, yes, of course. But that would it be an array of I products?
Yeah. So these are products actually. there may be multiple products, right? Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, this will be an array. Yeah, this also works. But yeah, this is fine. This is fine. But let's say that this product cart is containing maybe 10 more types which are added there. Currently, we have a single field which is added right here, which is quantity, which is a number. Let's say such kind of 10 more types are there. Then they share the previous types from iProduct, but we need to add more types there for iCart products in the cart. So what we will do at that time, we'll add 10 more types here. That will work actually. So what I'm trying to say is if we have multiple number of types which are there, which are not used in iProduct but used in iCart product, is it a good way to actually include those all here? Or what do you think? Or if we can write it somewhere where we can only write the types of iCart. Are you getting
Would,
what I'm trying to
yes,
say?
it will be more cleaner if we create another interface.
Yeah, at that time it will be more cleaner. Sometimes one interface is connected with another interface. That is practical case most of the time. For example, if we have 10 more types here, in those 10 more types, some of the types are also dependent on some other interface. At that time, it will be not good, or it will be a mess if we write all of those fields here, all of those types here. But right now it is fine because we only have quantity, right? We only have quantity, which is of type number. This is a single field. We can just write here and this will work fine. But let's build a pattern. Let's build a general pattern, standard pattern, so that we can use it in the real React application. So what I'm trying to say is essentially we need to inherit, we need to copy all of these previous types and just add this single type in another interface that we are going to create for cart products actually. So you can say interface iCart product. This is for products within the cart. So now here we will include that quantity, which is of type number. Right? And if you are sure all of these fields are coming, you don't have to make this optional as well. So if there is available size, you need to see in API response. These all are coming from API. Means why are we making this optional, right? These all are coming. So let's make them not optional because we will eventually get this all. So there will be a benefit of types as well sometimes if they are missing. So here is the interface for iProduct. Here is the interface of iCart product, but we haven't copied this all. So this is a concept like if you have heard something like inheritance, that is coming from some of the another paradigm of writing code, that is called object-oriented programming. Here in React, we will not actually most of the time follow object-oriented programming paradigm concept. That is a concept. Object-oriented programming means we will create object most of the time, and one object is copying another object, inheriting, or sometimes it is doing some of the more things. There are a few more uh, together with inheritance, but let's not talk about those right now because React mostly follows functional programming paradigm. Functional means you can simply imagine those functions that we are constantly using in React, and we are making those stateful components, and we are actually doing some of the things like Do not mutate the state. Always create brand new state each and every time. Those are the paradigm React follows. But most of the time, when we are learning basics, we also don't hear that much. But while you are actually exploring in React, then you'll see React follows functional programming paradigm. But here, why I'm connecting those situations is we want to inherit into this interface. So to inherit some of the existing interface to the interface that you are creating, what you will simply do is this I product will extend this I card product will extend this I product. So now what we are doing is this is extends extends extends. What we are doing is we are simply getting all of the available types from I product and adding this one. So in I card product, we have all the types from products as well as the additional type that we have from here. All right. So now we will export it from here. And instead of using that I product now, we will do I card product. All right. So this is another pattern which you can use in TypeScript to actually create another interface, use some of the types from previous interface and add your own types. Right? Is it fine, guys? You'll see this code as well most of the time while you are working. This is doing a single thing, which is copying, getting the types from iProduct, getting all the types from iProduct, adding your types, your own types, creating another interface called iCard product. So then let's complete this one. We have products now. We need to actually initialize another state called product for the card, iCard product, because this product and the product that we have previously are similar but not same, because these are the products in the card. These are the products displayed on the home page or somewhere in the website, right? So let's create another state. Let's initialize this with, this is the same pattern. Here as well, we have products, right? So initialize this with an empty array. We need to type those as well, right? And this will be of type I products. I card product actually. I card product. This is an array of products, right? And let's store it into product and set products. These are products actually. Okay, now we can pass these products as well into the context. All right. So yeah, the state updating function as well. Let's pass this. We need to type this as well, otherwise it will create error immediately. Need to have this here. And once again, this is the same thing. You can type the input here, have any variable. This will be of type products, which are of type iCard products. iCard product. And it will just return nothing. Right? So finally, let's create another state for this total operation that we have here. Let's create another state. And total will be of type number, right? So let me just write 0, but 0 is not only the field that we have, it also contains currency, it also contains total number. So it means let's create another interface, or we don't have to actually most of the time if we know the initial value. let me just pass undefined for now for total. Simply create total and set total. This is for these fields that we have here on the card. And let's pass this total as well. And we need to type as well, okay? As it would for you. Yeah. So what is this total? So we need to actually eventually create interface for total. Total will contain this currency. One is currency. How many product quantities are there? Total number of product quantities. Total price. Yeah, actually, let's have all of this field here. Let's create another interface. iCard total. This is for that total fields that we have. So let's just write whatever we know right now. We know it will have total price. Total price will be of type number, right? And another is product quantity. Product quantity will be of type number as well. How many products are there? Another is let's say currency. So what is the currency? USD, or what is the ID of that currency? So or currency, you can say currency format as well. Or just let me just write currency for now. Currency will be of type, this will be of type string. Okay, we will come here and update it later. All right, this is just an interface that we create for that iCard total. Now we can just go here and apply it. Okay, so can you tell me what should I do now? Where should I update? Which fields should I update? Online number where? Where should I actually apply these types? Let's have some initial values first. Yeah, we'll apply it somewhere, but this is undefined is not good here. Instead, it will be good if we can have some initial values which we can apply there. Like, do we have some folders? Maybe we can create some constant folder later. But let me just create initial value here. This is just a variable which is initial values for total. So you can say total initial values. So this should match this type here. It has product price, product quantity, currency ID, currency. So let's create that is total price. Total price. Let's say total price is 0. This is just initial value. And because these are multiple fields, that's why I'm doing it inside object. And another is we have product quantity. It's a product quantity as well, which is, oh, we are doing it inside product context. Sorry, not inside product context, inside card context, right here. And we need this product quantity as well, the 0. And another is like currency. Currency is a big term. Let's say currency, we will have currency ID as well as currency value. So currency ID means whether it is what is the currency code. Actually, you can say currency code instead of currency ID. So let's write currency code here. Currency code will be of type string as well, right? What I mean by currency code is currency code will indicate whether it is NPR in a string, or whether it is USD, or whether it is INR. We'll have such currency code. Let's say USD. but actual currency, let's say what we call it, currency currency format or currency name. Let's call it currency format. We can have any name if that is not a standard name that we already have, right? This is like if it is US dollar, then it will be dollar. If it is NPR, then it will be NPR. If it is Indian rupees, then it is RS, something like that, right? So dollar here, currency format. Okay, so let's come here. Let's come here and type this currency format as well. Did we already do that? Currency format. This will be now currency format. Currency contains two things. One is code and another is currency value. We can say, I think that will be more appropriate term. Currency value. Let's call it currency value. Yeah, you can write any name, okay? In your application, there will be different name. Just see and relate what are the names that we use and what is there. So this is currency code and this is currency value. And
symbol might be appropriate.
Which one? What one?
Symbol might be appropriate, I think.
Oh, currency symbol. Yeah,
instead of value.
Instead of value, right. Value means something like this value, right? Yeah, this will. Yeah, symbol. Yeah, thank you. Currency symbol. This will be more appropriate. This symbol. Okay. All right, these are total initial values. This is the initial value that will pass here instead of undefined. So, can you see? This is of type, if you hover over here, is of type this fields that we have there. These are the same fields that are here as well. We can simply write iCard total. We can simply type this React state and make it iCard total. How can we do that? How can we make this React state total of type iCard total? How can we apply interface to React state?
Generics.
Generics, yeah. Where should I apply it?
After they used it.
Yeah, correct. After use state here, we have already done that here, right? Generics. After use state, generics means less than greater than sign, and just have the type here, that is iCard total. If you start writing, your camel case won't matter. It will just provide you the suggestion. VS Code is nice providing you the suggestion that you have already exported from somewhere. iCard total. All right. So what is happening here? Total. Can you tell me why this error is here? We already have total, right? It is saying total is something is wrong here. It says you cannot write total here. If we remove total, everything is fine. Oh, set total is also not fine. Total and set total, we cannot write these two name here. What should we do actually to include those here? This is context, right? We need to include those things here as well, isn't it? Isn't it, everyone? To type this total as well as set total, right? So we need to type total as well as set total. So what is the type of total as well as set total? We have already done that. Type of total is iCard total. Now you can see the error for total is gone. Now let's also type set total. Set total is a state updating function. It will just take something return void, and it will just take set total. You can just type products here, because it will take products. And what is the type here? Products will of type total means actually this is not product, right? Total means set total means it is setting this total here that we have. So this total is containing total price, product quantity, currency ID, currency symbol, these informations. So can we say it will be of type, let's say, state, and it will be of type iCart. What is that? iCart total. Can we say that? It will set, it will take value which will be of type iCart total, right? In order to set that total, isn't it? Can we just pass number? Because total will not be of type number, right? Whatever we pass in set total will be the type of total. That's why we pass iCart total here. Will be the type of total here now. Okay, finally we created our cart context as well. There is no error you can see now in cart context provider. But if you see here, we have this use product context hook. Let's create similar hook for use cart, this cart context as well. Let me just paste it here, and I'll just rename this. I'll just make this use, let's say, okay, use cart context. What we will do from this hook is we will actually see, it will just help us to consume our context in better way. So here is the cart context. Let me put this cart context here on the top. Now this is the cart context we need here. Use context is the hook coming from React. This is the context that we have. If there is no context, context must be within provider. We can explicitly write the name here. Cart context must be within the provider and return the context. This is the pattern you can see now. Now repeating in each and every context. All right, so I think it is the context that we need. It is completed. So we have finally returned our provider from here. Not the provider actually. We have returned the children coming into the provider. Okay, that's fine. Let me post this code so that you can just get it. And we will use this context somewhere like we used our product context in here, right? Product provider. Now we have our cart provider here. We'll also use this cart provider. Let me just commit this code. Okay, so guys, do you have some questions for me here until now? This is yeah, I did it little faster today because this is repeated, right? Previously we created our cart context, sorry, product context, and and now we are creating card context. So most of the things are repeated. You can see, you can just compare these two together as well. We haven't created these hooks. We are gonna do that as well. But here you can see, we don't need use effect. Here we have interface for the context. Here also we have interface for the context. Here we have the context itself. Here also we created our context. It is exported. I think we don't need to export it anywhere because we have directly used it here. Let me remove the export part from here as well. So you can see this is the product context. This is the card context. And you can see this is the hook that we create for to consume context, product context. This is the hook that we create to consume card context, right? And this is the product provider. And here we have the card provider. This is just initial value. That's why we placed it here. And rest of the things are same. And in product provider, we have some states. In card context provider as well, we have some states, right? So the pattern is similar, you can see here. Only the intuition is different. What I mean is only the things here are different related to card context. All right, so let's go and use this card context somewhere. We have card provider. We can go in main.tsx. Okay, so cart will share product, right? It will. The flow is go and select some product, and your cart will open. It means your cart provider will be inside product provider. So here we will have cart context cart provider. Now you can see here. Previously, I told you we will not have only single context. Can you see? We have already created two contexts. One is for product, another is for cart, right? And did you realize? Are you start realizing something which is not good here while creating context? After I wrote here, this is cart provider. Now we have another provider, cart provider. Previously, we only have product provider. And are you realizing some situation which looks not that much cleaner or good while creating context? Something we can reuse as well. You can see here, same things are reused, like creating all the time, importing context here as well, importing context here as well, creating context, writing the same thing multiple times, similar pattern. But the logics are different, but we still need to import context here as well. And we are also again providing, the main thing is here. So if we have multiple context, one here, another one is here, looks not that much simpler, right? If you have 10 context, this will be like 10 more context here. For example, let me remove it from here. If you have 10 more context, what will happen is here one context, another context, another context, another context, another context. This is the real world situation actually. So your application will become something like this. Many contexts here, right? This is if your application grows, you will have this much context, this amount of context. Can you see? Product provider is there, card provider. These are two contexts that we have currently, but that may not be sufficient. You may want to create many contexts. And here, can you see? This is a complex pattern. This sign is more popular with the name called callback hell. Actually, let's see that. Something like this. So previously, before 2015, before having promise in our JavaScript application, we used to write this kind of code. And this is the complex syntax, which will be difficult to understand. it will be difficult to track this context from the syntax actually. That's why Redux. That's why we'll replace this context with Redux later. Okay, but this is the inbuilt feature that we have inside React that we are seeing. For very small application, you can use context, but context will be not always good for your large application. At that time, we need to find alternative state management library, and Redux is quite much popular to actually implement this context in better way. All right. So any question for me, guys? Yeah, please ask me some questions. Yeah.
Yes, Kirk. We just talked about the problem of having multiple contexts. Like we'll get this giant context structure, like sort of like the context hill as you just showed. But it's
Yeah.
still just about the structure, right? Like it's not about the performance, not about the like additional work that we need to do. It's just about the structure. Like it would this particular file main.tsx would be giant, and like it would just like if we need to change something, like we might need like more time to figure out which context it was. But other than that, there's no issues in using the context.
Yeah. So sometimes context is more faster. Sometimes, actually, most of the time, context is more faster than other state management library because we are actually installing third party support for managing state. Something like Redux that we'll see later. Actually, that will be slightly slower than context. So most of the time, so context will be faster because this is the native support from React itself. But the main thing is if you are wasting most of your time tracking down what is the flow, how these contexts are related to each other, if you cannot write code easily, so if there are complexities, then you'll spend more time writing your code, managing your application, right? And complexity is also a part in software development which we need to care. If your system is too much complex, then you need to find some alternative ways. So if you can find a trade-off between very small complexities, slightly slower, then that's fine. But too much complexity, too much faster is not also that much good. So yeah, most of the time we need to sit in between. That's why we need to take care of these trade-offs. So whether we want more performance application with a lot of complexities, or actually performance will also degrade if we do not manage because we have complexities, right? If we have a lot of complexities, then we may not manage this properly. At that time, your performance will also degrade. What will happen with context as well? What may happen is as well, your performance may also degrade at one point, and your application will become much more complex. That's why we will actually go with those other approaches like Redux. But context is, I'm not telling we will always go with Redux. That's why we have trade-off. How large your application is. If your application is not that much larger, if we have like simple blog or simple website to showcase some of the things like your personal portfolio website, then context is good with such kind of websites. But if you have like large e-commerce application or multi-vendor e-commerce applications, or like if you have employee management system, something like that, a large system which requires a lot of state management things, at that time it is better to go with Redux. So we need to see what type of application that we are creating. Am I able to make you understand why
Yes.
context is sometimes better?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
So okay. Yeah, let's not do a lot of things about context as well as yeah, we'll come back. we need to create some hooks to consume this context here. Sorry, for CAD context as well. We'll create some hooks. But let's go and create some React components as well, and we'll realize why at what point we need context, where we'll actually utilize those context. What is changed here? Matters. We actually used context. Let me just comment at this point as well. Used card context. This is a simple message that I'm writing here, so that you can later know what we did at that time. So let's go and create some components now. we have context. Now you are much more familiar what this folder is doing. You also know what this folder is doing, model. You also know what this services is doing, calling APIs, right? We haven't done much things here in style. Previously, we set up some styles, but we haven't used it. And now let's use this style together with components. Let's create another folder called components. And now, finally, we are gonna create a layout that we can visually see. Okay. All right, then. Is this not used? Using use effect somewhere? No. Use product context? No. Use state? No. So sometimes if you are not using something, you can say your TypeScript to actually throw error at that time as well. That's why tsconfig file is important. You can set up something. So if we, it is better to introduce something different than tsconfig, I think. tsconfig can do some limited things. There is something called ESLint as well as prettier. We can set up ESLint. I think it is a good time to do a setup for ESLint. Okay, let's see what is ESLint first, and then we'll go with components. And we will also set up prettier. Okay, then let's go here. This is slightly sometimes we need to install a lot of dependencies here. Perhaps it may not work. That's why I'm just searching for a blog which have already implemented this ESLint and prettier with our TypeScript application. So set up ESLint and prettier with TypeScript. TypeScript React, you can say. Okay, maybe we can go with this one. If that's not going to work for our application, maybe we'll see some other blocks from here. I think it will work. So what is ESLint? What is prettier? Why we need it? So ESLint is actually a linting. What is linting? It is formatting, you can say. It will actually highlight you some problems or syntax issues in your code. We have some problem here right now. In our code, we have this bigger. We have problem like we are not using this. Well, we are importing something, but we are not using it. We are using all of this here. Previously, yeah, let's say here. We declared this I product, but this is not used. We imported it, but it is not used anywhere. So yeah, such kind of problems are not able to be caught by TypeScript. TypeScript cannot catch such kind of issues. Then we will set up something like ESLint. So ESLint setup is also essential in your React application. You can see when you work somewhere, ESLint setup will be there in the React application. So what we can do is simply install this dependency. And how can we use it? Install these dependencies, write this command, select something here, select something, and it will create a file called something called ESLint config, right? After then, what you need to do is install these dependencies as well, because we are using TypeScript. Then what we need to do is we need to ESLint is not only for React, it is also for other programming languages as well. We need to especially install the plugin for React install TypeScript TypeScript versions of ESLint here. So we need to install this too. And then so what is this doing? Same thing. Yeah, we are installing it. Yeah. And after installing these dependencies, yeah, we are once again installing. Yeah, that's why I told you previously. Setup is will install some more dependencies here. So we need to install these dependencies in order to work, in order to make this ESLint more usable or workable, you can say, in our React application. So we'll install these dependencies as well. Finally, we will create a file, something like tsconfig, where ESLint config or something like that, where we have these rules there. And then finally it will start working. I hope it will work. Let's try and try installing ESLint. Later we'll see what is prettier, why we need prettier. Later we'll also install prettier. So ESLint and prettier are required in our React application. ESLint is required to find some issues and problems, and prettier, we'll see prettier is required to format our code in better way. We'll write some rule there to format our code, all right? So later we'll see prettier, about prettier, and we'll install some of the things in prettier. We'll need to install some more dependencies here. You can see we have installed already more than 10 dependencies, I think, together with ESLint and prettier. So yeah, that's why we are following this article. You can just search for ESLint prettier setup. You can just go with other blog as well and see what is ESLint prettier. Sometimes if you want to read, right? So why ESLint? What ESLint is going to do in your React application? For example, you may work in some companies where they have forbidden usage of function. We have three ways of writing function in React, right? One is function declaration, expression, or arrow function. Sometimes they may have forbidden your function declaration and function expression, and they can say, hey, you need to always use arrow function. And if you are not using arrow function, if you are using function declaration, then error will be there. This is because of this ESLint setup. Right? We can set up such kind of things from ESLint. Okay, so any question until now before starting installing a lot of things in our application, doing the setup of ESLint? Do you have some questions, guys? No question for me? Let's do it then. It will be better if you can do it together with me. Otherwise, sometimes you face some error because we are once again installing many things in our existing application. Maybe it may not work. You can just try. If this particular blog is not working, then try from different one as well. But I'm going to follow this one for now. Let's try it. So these are VS Code. Let me put this somewhere on the left on this one and this here.
Okay, I think I lost connection with my microphone, my incoming microphone. Just give me a few seconds. Let me fix this. Hear me, guys? Can you hear me clearly? Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. So let's start it. Let's start installing ESLint in our TypeScript React application. How much time do we have? Okay, I think before going into break, we can install ESLint. So I need to go first inside React TypeScript app. First, I will install ESLint. This is a dev dependencies. This is only needed in development. While we are writing our application, it will throw some error. Similar to TypeScript, it will now we'll have more errors. Previously with TypeScript, we are already having some errors. So you can say React is flexible. React with TypeScript is strict. React with TypeScript with ESLint is more strict. You can say it's a robust application. We have now taken care of all of the things, all of the syntax in our application, all of the rules. Now you can say our React application is more robust or stable, you can say, after introducing this ESLint. And React with ESLint with TypeScript with prettier will make your React application better than normal React application without this dependencies. So let's install this one. Yeah, and add D flag is for dev dependencies. So let me verify if ESLint is installed in or available in this package.json. Here you can see ESLint is here. So this is the version that we are using for the ESLint. Okay, so after installing the ESLint, we have to initialize the config file. So for that, we need to just copy this command. Oh, let me send this blog to you guys. I think you can just search in Google. Let me just send it to you. I'm just following this article for now. So I just want to make sure I will not miss anything. That's why I'm just following this one. You can just follow this one as well. So I already installed ESLint with this syntax. Now I'm going to initialize the config file for ESLint. So it will ask me something, and yeah, you can see, let me write Y here. Now you can see it is asking me like, how would you like to use ESLint? Yeah, these are the same questions, right? Let's go and just select this to check syntax and find problems. And what type of module does your project use? Our project is using JavaScript module import export. Most of the modern React application will use ES6 or JavaScript module import export, right? And which framework are you using? We are using React. And does your application project uses TypeScript? Yes, we are using TypeScript. Yeah, we are here currently. We are choosing yes for TypeScript. So where does your code run? When you are writing server-side code, when you are writing backend code, then your code will run in Node. Currently, our code is running in browser. That's why you can select browser here. So what format do you want your config file to be in? So you can select JavaScript, YAML, or JSON. Let me go with JSON. Most of the time you'll see either JavaScript or JSON. So would you like to install them now? What should I install? Now, can you see? It is saying me to install these things here. ESLint plugin React, right? ESLint plugin for React and TypeScript support for ESLint and TypeScript support for these are TypeScript support actually for ESLint. One of them is parser, another one of them is ESLint plugin. So let's install this. Let me just click yes, and let me just see. Here you are free to choose any of these options. So that's fine. If you are using npm, just select yes. If not, then select no, then copy the package. Oh, okay. Something special here, I think. Would you like to install? Oh, yeah. And it is not saying with npm right now. I think it detected yarn. We are using yarn. That's why this is saying is it will create another file called package.log.json. We intentionally don't want to do that. That's why it is better to write this command yourself. But I think it will use yarn. Let's try it. So I'm not going to do this. I'm just selecting yarn. Now, yes, yeah, it is showing us which package manager you want to use. I think this is the recent upgrade with ESLint. So we can either select npm, yarn, or pnpm. Currently we are using yarn. That's why let's select yarn here. Okay, so it is going to install these packages for us. And we already have our, after the installation, I think we will already have our ESLint config, something like this, ESLint rc.json. Can you see? Now here you can see how many dependencies are installed. A lot of dependencies. This much dependencies are installed in our ESLint setup. Don't worry, it will not impact the performance of your application. So here we have ESLint rc.json file, which is the configuration file, similar to something like tsconfig.json. This is the configuration file for ESLint. This is the configuration file for TypeScript. Okay, so it says before continuing, we have to install TypeScript plugins related to ESLint. To do so, okay, we need to install more plugins. So let's install ESLint plugin import and the TypeScript version, that is ESLint, that is parser ESLint import resolver TypeScript. Okay, let me install this too as well. There is something called Airbnb way of installing this setup. Later we'll see if we have time when we discuss about patterns that we follow in React. And there is a popular guideline by Airbnb, but let's not do that right now. We are just doing it ourselves. So I think after this is completed, we have already seen this ESLint RC. You can see here this and these are similar. This is the configuration file that we have. So I think the setup for ESLint is done now. So here in rules, we will define some rules, but I think let's see. Now let me just to make sure, let me just reload this application. I don't have that extension, I think. Let me install that reload extension just to reload our React application. Reload it so it is better, just to make sure everything are done correctly. So I'm not seeing any issues here. Not seeing issues doesn't mean that I'm doing right. We'll verify that. But we have this rules field. So what we can do here is, so before all, what is prettier? Prettier, we will do things with prettier. But let's add some rule here so that we can see why ESLint and what ESLint is doing, and then we'll install prettier. So add, you can just search for add rule for unused import in ESLint. So I think we need to use this no unused bar. Let me just go here. I don't think, not sure if we need to use it or not. So what we need to do is in our rule section inside ESLint configuration file, we will add this rule. Let me just add this rule, and what this rule will do is throw error if we have some import with which are not used. So I'm going to paste it here. We'll talk about some of those things later if possible, but I'm not seeing any error right now. Somewhere we have imported something but didn't use that, something like here, high product. So it is not showing any error here. but let's see. Okay, so let me see if I can find something here. I'm not sure if we need to install this another plugin called ESLint plugin unused import. But if we need, then we will do that. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think it's not already there in ESLint. Need to use this plugin, I think. This is the same plugin that I opened. So essentially what we'll do is install one more plugin here. So ESLint plugin unused import, as well as type support. So here you can see this is ESLint. Oh, if you are running TypeScript with ESLint, then make sure to install this as well. Okay, let's do it. Let's see if we can do some progress. Let's install this one. Then add ESLint plugin unused import in-depth dependencies, as well as we'll install these two ESLint plugin. I think we already did that. Doesn't matter if it is already there, it will simply replace it. Then add this one in depth dependencies. We are setting up things here, so it may not work. We are just trying out for the first time. Let's see. So TypeScript ESLint parser. If it is already there, that's fine. Let's install it once again. Then add this one. Okay, we installed it. What should we do now? So add unused import to the plugin section of your ESLint RC. Let's go in ESLint RC. In our plugin, React recommended. So do we have plugins? Yeah, here. React, TypeScript, ESLint. And let's add this one as well. Unused import. Okay, so we already added it. So then configure the rule you want to use under the rule selection. All right. So in rule selection, no unused var. So let me add this rule. Unused import, no unused import. So let me copy this one. Previously I added this rule. Remove this one from here and add this rule here. Okay, so unused import. All right. And let's see. I think we are still not getting any issues here. We are importing it, but it is not used, never used. ESLint is not able to detect that issue here. So let me just copy this all from here. No unused vars. Okay. Okay. I think this doesn't have to do with anything. But let's have this all and we'll turn this no unused var to on. Okay. And at least we should have some warning. Okay, then we will do something there. If this is not working, you can see this is not working here. Okay, that's fine. So what we will do here is we'll do prettier setup some slightly later. We'll do one thing now. What we'll do is we will run our linting. So here you can see in scripts, it has added some script, one script, two script, and three scripts. So this one is to detect if we have some issue with linting in our application. This one is to automatically fix those issues with ESLint. This one is related to prettier, will not add it. So let's copy this one and add this here to our package.json script section right here. Now we have another script for ESLint. What it will do is it will run ESLint inside src for each and every file which are having extension. Currently we don't have JS and JSX. Let me remove this. We only have TS, TSX. Maybe if we have JSON, it will also check there. Currently we don't have JSON, but it's good if we can keep it there. So let's finally run ESLint and maybe we'll see errors now. So this script, let's run this script, yarn lint. Now it will start scanning our application and check for ESLint issues. Previously, without running this command, it was not checking and finding any issues, right? Let's run, let's do it. Yarn lint. So ESLint, oh, something is wrong here. Okay. No file matching the pattern. Okay, let me remove this JSON part now. No file matching this pattern found. Let me do it one more time. Oh yeah, can you see? We have a lot of issues now. Now it is showing us issue. And now if I go to, now here we have error, error warning. Okay. Now if I go to that particular location where we have that issue, this is not showing anything in VS Code. Okay. Just to support ESLint, we are not seeing any errors here, but we are seeing errors in our terminal. But just to see those errors in our VS Code, we have one extension for ESLint as well. You can just go in your VS Code and install this extension right now. Okay, this is actually official extension. Yeah, my Max up. Let's install it. Okay, let's see. Okay, previously I think it says, okay, that's fine. But let me see if we can find ESLint somewhere. No, let me reload it then. And we are still not able to see it working. Yeah, it is working now. Can you see? So it is now underlying those issues for us. Previously, there was no issue. It is working fine. There was no red underline. Now it is having those issues. Now we have issue here as well. This is not good. There is some issue here. See how TypeScript, previously TypeScript was not able to catch this issue here. Now ESLint is able to. If I hover over here, it says React must be in scope with JSX, something like that. We'll fix that, but we have issue here. Now, if I go to other code somewhere, maybe here, everything is used and imported is used. Let me go to app.tsx. Now see a lot of issues here as well. What happened here? React must be in scope. Here, React must be in scope. It says use effect is defined but never used. Yeah. And it is also defined and never used, imported and never used. Now this is why we need ESLint. We need ESLint to catch some more issues in our React application. Okay, so were some of you working together with me? And are you able to succeed installing ESLint, setting ESLint in your application? Everything that I did, guys? How many of you tried to do it together with me? And are you facing some issues? Can you just let me know? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to go along with you. Now I'm stuck. After installing, what should we do to check errors?
Oh, okay. So mm, just open that blog that I sent to you and
Yeah.
scroll down all the way down. We have this script here. Can you see? Let me
Finally
just
we have
send.
edit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one.
yeah, that one. But just remove that JSON and JS and JSX from there.
Yeah,
I'll just send you this one.
yeah, I did that.
Oh, you did that? And then?
Yeah. You so now in how so from there, yeah, basically from there, what should we do?
Okay, then just go to your terminal
Mhm.
and type yarn and the script that we have, that is lint, right? So type yarn lint, yarn lint in your terminal. Just type yarn lint and hit enter. First, you need to go to your specific folder if you have, right? React TypeScript,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
so
then
yeah,
hit
lint
yarn lint.
warning packages and violations field error. Lint not command link not found.
Something is wrong, right?
Yeah.
Uh, are you able to share, or do you just want to?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I am able to see your screen.
So
Oh, okay.
so yeah.
Oh, what happened?
So
I think, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, here lint command is there. I think can you save your package.json? I think that is not saved. That's why that may be the problem.
yeah.
Yeah, just go inside package.json, command S, control S to save it. Save this file, package.json. You can just click anywhere inside package.json. You can click on line number
Yeah.
6 somewhere. Yeah, save it.
All right.
Okay, now try it once again.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you have some more issues here. Error while loading rule. You have used a rule which requires parse service to be generated. What kind of issue is this? We must therefore provide a value. I'm completely unaware of this particular issue, but that's fine. Most of the time we don't know what is happening there regarding the issue. You can just copy in order to fix it. I'm not sure. Maybe you have followed all the steps, right? That we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So do I need to reload that? I didn't do.
I
No.
think it is not regarding that reload. Okay, simply what you can do is copy this error. And yeah, you can just copy from the terminal. Yeah, all the way there. Copy it and just search something in Google. Mm, we will find some hint there. Yeah, and if possible, so that we can just see what is going on. Yeah, most of the time when we are actually doing something or dealing with some third-party service, we don't know what is happening there, right? We didn't create it ourselves. That's why we just search it in Google and try to find the issue. That is what we do most of the time.
Okay.
Oh, I think there is some issue in the browser, I think, maybe. Okay. Let me try to just I'll just quickly look at this issue. If we cannot fix this issue currently, maybe we'll postpone it and
Yeah,
we'll
sure,
do it
sure. Okay.
separately. Yeah,
Maybe I
yeah.
missed some steps. I will go along. I will watch your video.
Yeah, just wait for me for a few seconds here. I'll just search quickly here in my PC and let me see if I can find something. I think I need to type it myself. Error.
Let me send the error in the chat box.
Yes, yeah, that will help. Okay, I think I found something. Okay, can you go to your ESLint rc.json file? Yeah. Okay, in there we have parser option. Okay, there. Okay. Currently we are inside ESLint rc. We have tsconfig there as well. Not sure, but let's see if I'll just send you one JSON property. You can just copy it and paste it after line number 14. Just keep one comma there after line number 14 and paste this. This has to do with the path for tsconfig. And sorry about that, just delete everything inside that double quote, and you need to just type uh, uh, tsconfig.json here. On line number 11, yeah, on line number 11, remove everything from, yeah, right there, double quote after double quote path, yeah. Okay,
So
remove
what
it.
should I write there?
Yeah, you need to write tsconfig.json. That is the file we have. I'm not sure with the relative path. You can just type / before tsconfig, // that is the path actually.
All right.
Yeah, let's see, let's try it one more time. This is just a fix. Maybe it may not work. Oh, now it is working, right? It is working. If you can see these problems, this is fine. This is because of ESLint. We need to see this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, great. Yeah, sometimes we can take help of Google. Yeah, I just searched here with particular problem that you have, and yeah, sometimes we can see quick fix. That may not, we cannot guarantee it will always work, but this is how we find a solution to our problem. Yeah. So, okay, you have more issues than me, right? I only have 15 problems here, 10 errors, 5 warnings. So the warnings can be fixable with something called fix option. We'll do that. But we have errors that we need to manually resolve ourselves. Okay, let's try to completely remove these 15 problems. And we do not need to have, we will not have any issues in our application after doing that. Okay, so what are those issues? We have something here. We have something here that we will do manually. But let's add one more fix, one more script that is for fixing something automatically by ESLint. This one. So I'm going to copy this one, apply to our script here. What just happened? Oh, sorry, not here, right here, after the comma here. And we don't have JS, we don't have JSON, we don't have JSX, we only have TS and TSX. And here ESLint will try to fix our 15 problems, some of the problems automatically. You can see we can use fix to potentially fix something. Let me try it. Okay, so what I will do now is use this script, that is yarn lint :fix. Let's see. Okay, now can you see 10 problems are fixed already. Those were warnings and it fixed itself with this script. Now we have 5 more problems that we need to do manually ourselves. Okay, we have something called React must be in scope with JSX. This is because we don't have actually something like this in our rule section. You can quickly copy this. Yeah, we'll follow our convention to fix the issues. Copy it and search it in Google and you'll find a solution. Okay, so you can just type ESLint as well at the end because we are using ESLint. And let's go here and here in rule section, what we need to do is React. This is the rule actually. It is already there. We need to copy this rule and turn this off because this is not required in modern React application. Previously it was required, but nowadays React can handle it automatically. So what we will do is right here we will add one more rule which will prevent our application. So let me once again run yarn lint. Let's see, we have 5 problems. How many problems will we get now? Okay, everything is fine, but everything is fine, I think. Oh, I think it removed that unused import. See, if I now see the changes, there are a lot of changes. If I inspect, can you see? It has removed this unused import automatically. This one, I think, right? Product was there previously, now it is not here. So card context here as well. iProduct was there, but it is not here now. With that fix command, it has already fixed our things, our unused import automatically. We don't have to do that. But we did manually fix this React issues by just having this rule here. Now we have no issues. Now if I write yarn lint, everything is fine. No error and no warning here. So if you do not have any error and warning, then you are good to go. Okay, this is the complete setup for ESLint, how to fix issues with ESLint, and how we can, there is one extension called ESLint. You need to add it in VS Code, otherwise you will not see red underline those issues in VS Code there. And we wrote 2 more scripts in our package.json. Now each and every time in future we will use lint and lint fix command to find and fix some of the issues that TypeScript cannot fix. All right. Any question, everyone, until now? So is it slightly complex what I talked today? Do you want to revise me something from ESLint setup? If no, then I'm going to install Prettier as well. Let's go and install Prettier. Prettier is for formatting. Okay, let's say that what should I do? Or should I actually write this semicolon at the end, or do not write this semicolon at the end? You are confused, right? So React will work if you write it or do not write it, because we have Prettier extension already in our VS Code. That's why it is writing it itself. You may be confused, should I write single quote or double quote here? So what will happen if I write single quote and what will happen double quote? So these are like formatting syntaxes that we will follow. So yeah, that's why we will use we will use Prettier. So you may be confused how many spaces are there after this right here, from here to here. So how many spaces should needed there? This depends upon the application that you are building. There may be separate Prettier rule, but the popular one is I previously referenced, that is the Airbnb guideline. Later maybe we'll try to implement it in our one project, but this is not always the case. Most of the software companies prefer to follow this guideline because they have already written clear rule what we need to do, what we need to follow to write more cleaner React application. But we can still set up ESLint and Prettier and create our own rules. Okay, these are not limited. So let's install Prettier now. So I'm going to commit at this point. Completed setup for ESLint. ESLint. Now let's do the setup for Prettier. Okay. Okay, let's go from here. So what we want to do is we want to install Prettier, but we want Prettier to work with ESLint. That's why we want to install Prettier which support ESLint in our application. Okay, so yeah, we have this few more dependencies which are needed to in order to use Prettier properly in our application. So you can just copy this syntax and just paste it in your terminal. This is now going to install how many packages? 1, 2, 3, three major dependencies as well as their subdependencies as well. So you can see some more dependencies are installed. Okay, now let's create this prettier RC file. Well, together with ESLint rc.json, let's create .prettier RC file. And in that prettier RC, we'll write something called okay, it is talking about jest. We don't have jest right now. So to use prettier alongside with ESLint. Okay, this is what we need to do actually. And then we'll add some things there. So it says we'll write something here later, but first let's actually do some setup here. So what it is saying is, if you want to use Prettier alongside with ESLint, then you need to go to your ESLint rc.json, right? And in your extend, you'll need to add this Prettier. You'll need to add this line. Okay, here, right here. Okay, so okay, in our ESLint rule, we have written we have currently this this no unused var, and we have unused import, and we have like this rule for this is all for unused variables or import. This is for actually preventing that error React is not within the scope. We can one more time have some more place some more things there, like if you have like uh, duplicate import, then throw errors. Okay, if you are not following this, if you have like single quote, if you are using single quote, then throw error at that time. Okay, you can add these rules here as well. I'm going to skip it for now. This is not that much required. Prettier will handle it. So now it is saying to use plugins, we have installed update the plugin object in ESLint RC. Okay, we need to do one more thing here. In plugin object, what we need to do is we have React already there, React TypeScript ESLint already there. Okay, we need to add React hooks there. This one, React hooks. Let's add it. And then we need to add Prettier there as well. This setup is required to work our Prettier alongside with ESLint. All the time, ESLint will be installed together with Prettier. That's why we need to actually follow this. So the last thing that we need to do is to set up ESLint is ESLint import resolver TypeScript. Okay. So okay. Not sure about this one, but we need to have one setting rules setting JSON property where we have import resolver JSON property, which will have the value TypeScript. So I'm not sure with this particular setting. If it is not there, it is not going to work. So I'm just copying this one from here, this whole rule from here to here, and add it in our ESLint.rc. I think this is for TypeScript import resolver. So just to work ESLint with TypeScript, previously it was working. Just try it without adding it and adding it if something happens. And you can just see about this as well. Import resolver TypeScript with ESLint. Just search it on Google. You'll find some resources regarding this one. Okay, finally, we need to place something here. This is the empty file that we created. We will add something like this. We will create one object there, and there we will write some rule. Now our application will not have any semicolon. So previously our application was having many semicolons, right? You can see here, for example, in context here, semicolon at the end. Now, if you don't want those semicolons, then you will make it false. Our tab width will be 2, print width will be 100. This is like when you press tab, how many width you want. Okay. So if you want to always use single quote, we will now always use single quote. Currently we have double quote, right? Right here. Now we'll use single quote. And trailing commas, we will actually remove trailing commas at the end. Maybe somewhere, if we have object, then we will find it, maybe inside card context, right? We'll remove this comma. And we will have JSX single quote. So JSX single quote. This is, let's see, what is this JSX single quote? Not sure about this one. Yeah, I just forgot about this particular rule. Oh, okay. Inside JSX, do you want to use single quote or double quote? I think this is the one that we'll set up. Okay, we'll only use single quote there as well. So yeah, bracket spacing. This is like when you have bracket, you want to have some space in there, like right hello and some space inside bracket. So these are the setup formatting rules given by Prettier. Okay, let's apply them all. Let's apply them all, and we'll see something formatted in our application, and we'll see a lot of changes there. We have still seen many changes. Now what we want to do is add this another option in our package.json. We'll add this another option called format. Oh, I think what I missed here. Let me do it one more time. I need to copy this format. Format from here to here. Let me copy that curly brace as well. Okay. Okay, this is long rule. Let's see what is there. We are going to use prettier in our SRC. We are going to apply prettier. Then this is right. So you can remove these files. We don't have JSX. So you can apply prettier to other files if you have. We don't have this MD.json. If you have, then you can do that. Okay. And if you have CSS as well, let me have CSS here. And we will apply the configuration from prettier RC file. Okay, that prettier RC is here. Okay, let's finally see the magic of prettier. So once I apply this rule, our application is going to format it with this prettier rule against this prettier rule that we have here. So those double quotes will be removed to single quotes. Those semicolons will be removed from our entire application. And inside our JSX, if you are using double quote somewhere, that will also be removed. And yeah, maybe And currently, if you have trailing commas, that will also be removed. So let's see, let's apply it then. We are going to apply this another script to our React application, that is format. Let's use it, yarn format. And once I hit enter, it is going to scan my whole application and format all the code according to that configuration. Okay, you have seen previously I have like 6 changes, I think. Currently I have 14 changes here. So let's see whether those changes are applied or not. Now, can you see? We no longer have double quote here. We no longer have semicolon there. Okay, single quote, no semicolon. And others are like in cart context. Okay, trailing commas, I think that is the rule. Trailing comma, I think I need to write none here to remove it. I think all means it will apply. Let me see. Let me write yarn format once again. Let me go to cart context, and it has removed that trailing comma from here. So if you want trailing comma at the end, then you can have that. Currently it has no impact, but later in future, if you want to add another property, it will be good if you have already comma there, right? So let's make it all. We'll add, actually not remove. Actually I said remove previously. It will actually not remove from there, not remove trailing commas at all. Okay, you can see prettier is applied to our application. There are 14 changes. So in theme, here you can see what I changed. Single quotes removed with double quotes. Style component as well. So yeah, semicolon is removed from here. So yeah, these are these things applied by prettier. So here, can you see from our interface as well? In our TypeScript interface, we used to write semicolon, right? But it is removed from here with prettier. So now, do you understand why we need prettier? To just format our code, what we need to do. Do we need semicolon? Do we need that single quote or double quote? Yeah, do we need trailing comma, something like that? Okay, so now if I hit tab here, the width will be 2, 1, 2. So that is the setting coming from this prettier RC. The tab width is 2. If you write this, if you make this 20, let's say, now save it. Now let me go here, and I'm going to press tab. Oh, it is only having 2. Let me see. Let me apply that yarn format. Oh, now can you see? I already have that applied from prettier RC. 20 print width here. So single tab is of 20 width. If I hit tab here, it's still not working, but now here it is going to be 20. So usually we don't want to format our code something like this. That's why I will write 2 here. Okay, it will format the code now according to the rule that we have inside prettier RC. Okay, so still not okay. It is working, but here, not here. We'll go back. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is all about prettier and ESLint setup, guys. How is this? Is this clear to you all, or is it creating confusions? Some confusions. You can ask me some general questions. Try to answer really quick if you have any. Okay, is everything fine until now? I think sorry about that. I didn't take any break in between. So I'll just end this session slightly sooner, but let's take some break, and we'll meet after break, and we'll add one component, React component, here in the components folder, and then we'll end today's session. The setup is what you need to do yourself as well. You need to try it yourself before coming into tomorrow's session, right? Because most of you were not able to follow what I did today. Maybe you can take help of this blog and try to do it yourself with the existing application, and maybe we can add more things. Yeah, we did more achievements today. setting of ESLint and prettier is also also what we really need in our React application. So yeah, let me commit at this point.
Gaurav, question. Are you going to extend all the quizzes?
Uh, it is not extended, right? Already.
It's not
So
yet, yeah.
I'll do one thing. Yeah. I'll go and apply it globally so that all of you can see the extension date. I think some of you can only see right now. So I'll apply, yeah, I'll extend all of those for 1 week, I think.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and yeah, you need to, it will be visible to you as well. Prettier setup. Okay, so guys, this is all about prettier setup. Let's meet after 10 minutes. Then I'll only take a few more minutes. So if possible, try to be here before 10 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Then I'll only take around 15 to 20 more time, and then we'll end this session there. All right. So can we take break here, everyone?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's meet after a few minutes. Yeah, I'll be here. You can ask me if you have some questions in between as well. Okay. Yeah, I'll meet you after 10 minutes, guys.
Hi, Gorak.
Oh, hi Nirsa. I think our time is already up. Guys, just give me 1 more minute. Yeah, I'm just making a cup of coffee. I'll be just right back. Give me 1 more minute, okay? Okay, everyone. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's resume then. Okay, there is a lot what you need to do yourself. Just try installing ESLint prettier yourself. Maybe we will add some more things like before posting this code to GitHub. Why do we want to do it manually, right? We currently want to write. We'll need to write this lint fix manually ourselves, format manually. What if we can configure something like before pushing it to GitHub, it will check for lint, it will check for formatting. If there are any issue, it will not push our code to GitHub. It will just ask us to fix some issues first, and then if all of our issues are resolved, then our code will be pushed. That is something. There is something called Husky. If you try it yourself, then just look at this another tool or library or provider, you can say, which will actually um, provide the same functionality. Okay, maybe if we have time, we'll try to integrate this one as well. But right now, let's not do that. Let's actually create components in our application. Okay, so let me start my app. It is already here. I just need to open it in the live server here on the browser. Okay, once again, it is working. That's fine. Let's create some components here. Okay. Why do we want to create components in React actually, everyone? Can somebody elaborate this, please? Why we need to create components or component folders or many component files in React?
So that we can use it again and again.
Yeah, and that is one thing. Sometimes those may not be reusable. Um, we can reuse components. These are like shared components. We can create simple components as well, which are not shared. So actually, we want to create components to isolate our code because we don't want to write each and everything within a single file. We can write everything inside app.tsx and it will work. But we want to isolate the concern, what our code is going to do. We want, for example, something is related to product, we will create product component. If something is related to total, we will create total component. If something is related to card, we'll create card component. In this way, we'll separate the logic from each other, actually code from each other, you can say. So actually logics are also different, right? And then finally combine them together by just importing it somewhere we need. Okay, so which component do you think will be can we create first in our application? Maybe some shared components as well, right? So because we want to showcase product first when user visit our website, let's go and create some component related to product. Product and products are different. For example, this is a product, right? These all are products. So let's create a component for this single product then. Let's create one component. Inside components, we can go and create a uh, folder called products. Inside products, we'll have product. And here, inside product, let me create product.tsx file. And this will be our first component. Okay, this is the folder structure we have. Inside products, we have product. Okay, so now this is simply a product component. We can directly import it somewhere. Let me directly import it currently in here inside app, and I'll render. Currently I'm mapping these products here. So can I do one thing? Can I just cut this code from here? Can I directly paste it inside product here? Will it work? Can I paste it here? Or this is hook, right? I need to paste it inside component. Will it work? Let me cut this from here. Paste this here. And oh, I think just a second. I think mouse is not working. Let me try to fix it. Yeah, I think it is working now. Okay. Let's cut this everything from here. I'm going to cut this all and return entity flag for now. And I will paste it here. Okay, and I need to import them all, right? Oh, they are already imported. Where is this product coming from? This is coming from here. Yeah, this is product. Okay, we'll fix it. This little one not showing any issue. But okay, I removed everything from here. Fetch products as well. Fetch products is just a function. Let me remove it from here as well. So there is nothing inside product. I shifted it here. So what do you think? Will I be able to do that? Import is not working. So what is happening here is the relative path is not working, right? In React, what you can do with TypeScript, what you can also do is have some base URL here. Okay, so you can just search for base URL. This is like when you want to add some base URL. Let's see here. What you will do is okay, I think I can go here. I just hoping to find a simple file. So let's go here then. Yeah, in compiler option, we have base URL and we have path. So what we will do is in tsconfig, without TypeScript, we'll have something called jsconfig, but we have TypeScript right now. We'll add base URL and we'll need to provide it a path. So inside compiler option, we'll need to add this this from here to here. Okay, we have base URL and path. So what this will do is, now instead of importing with the relative path, I can go with the absolute path. I don't have to write this now. I can simply write context. Where is context? Actually, it is located here inside this base URL, right? Inside this base URL, we have context, and inside context, we have product context, and inside product context, we have use product. This should work, but it's showing like cannot find this module. Let me see if I can reload and fix it. Oh, it's still not working. Still TypeScript is not applied, I think. It says base URL is not working here. I think. Let me see it. I need to do something more. Yeah. I think that's all. That should work. And let me see once again here. Oh, okay. I think instead of, oh yeah, I need to do @ and /. So, oh, I think I need to follow this styling up. Importing right now. Right @ and /. Now it is working. So this is the pattern that I wrote here. Most of the times you can see this pattern is used in React application @ or you can do is just remove it from here. Remove it. Now you don't have to do that. You can simply write context product. It should work. Okay. So this is good, right? Now we don't need to worry about something. For example, if you are inside here, inside product context, and if you want to go inside app, want to access something from like styles, what you need to do is go one step back here, go one step back here, go once and go inside styles, go inside there and take whatever we want. We don't need to worry about that. We can set up a base URL in tsconfig, this base URL and a path, and now we can directly use this absolute path. Okay. So fetch products. Fetch products is coming from here. Now let me try to call this fetch product directly here. We'll do that in different way later. But what do you think? Currently, I have separated this code. That's the power of context, right? We can use hooks in any React component. Previously, I was using in app.tsx. Currently, it is used in product. Now, what do you think? If I use this, if I render this product here, will I get my product in the browser? If I render this product here, I want to render this product component here. What do you think? Will I get those? Look how this React is able to, VS Code is able to simplify with that absolute import. Now there is just a components folder from where we start importing. Okay, we are, if everything is fine, then we should see our products there. Let's see. Oh, I think everything is not fine. What happened? Does this file exist? Okay. Something is wrong with this import. Product and products, product. Because product is a folder and another product is file name. But fail to resolve. Actually, it cannot find that product from there. Didn't we export from here? Already exported that product. And now we need to go inside components, product, and product. That is where we are, right? Components, product. It shouldn't throw this error actually. If that path is correctly imported. I'm not sure what happened here. Let me see if it is fixed with reload, otherwise we'll try to fix it. I will stop it. I'll stop because I changed the configuration file. Let me stop the live server and run it once again. Maybe it should. Oh, not working once again. Once again, I have this issue. All right. Now we need to fix it, otherwise it will not work. So this is not able to resolve this path. Means if you do something like this, it will work. Like currently, where are we? We are inside app. So from app, we want to use this product. So what I can do is dot slash. Now it should work. Let me see. Okay. Once again, not working. It means something is wrong there. Are you able to see what am I doing? Maybe you have already seen something is wrong in my import here. I imported this components. I go here. I'm able to go into the product.tsx, but this is correct actually. This is also fine. But why is this saying that failed to resolve import? Oh, this import is here. Yeah, from here I went right. So this line is not working actually. That's why I'm not able to use this product component. I'm not able to import it, not able to use it. Something is wrong here. Maybe we can find it and fix it. Let's try it one more time. So if nothing works, something we miss simple things while we are debugging such this kind of things, right? So I'm not currently find out what is the issue right now in this import. I think everything is fine. Still, it is showing me some issue. Still not working, right? So I don't know what is the issue currently. So you may be in such situations sometimes when you are working. At that time, don't worry. Just search in Google. Maybe whatever the simple thing that you are missing, maybe already there in Google. You can see that, right? So fail to import resolve. Yeah, so let's see if we can find there is no such there is no such let me go here question. So I think this one. Okay. So this is the V tab. Let me see if something is specific with weight. Absolute import not working. Okay, this is what we want. So in our case as well, absolute import is not working, right? But relative is also not working. In fact, but there is no answer actually. So, but let me try this one more time. Let's see. Actually, that is. But if our absolute import is not working, our relative import should work, right? Let me say we added this base URL and path, but this should work, right? Currently, let me go here. This should work. .// and components products. If I remove this from here, let me copy this currently, and now it is not working. This one, just want to go here. It should also not work. But if I try to import it now, it is importing in this way. So if I try to import use products now, Okay, see what it looks like, the relative import. Let me see. Oh, it is working, I think. It is working. Okay. Something is wrong with this line of code. So once I use this, now let me go and import it with relate absolute import and save it. Now it is not working. Okay, absolute import is not working. This is what we'll fix. Let me go back with relative import for now. For now, this is when we need to fix. Let me add the fix, and I'm going with absolute import. Sorry, relative import once again. Just try if you can see and fix. Sometimes in your one, what happened? Face product. Okay, and maybe try to resolve what is wrong with that absolute import that we used previously. Okay, use product content. I think this is not what we want. We want use product here. Use products. We want use products. Okay, so everything is fine. We shifted this to another component. Now, finally, let me introduce style component here, and we'll end this session there. Okay, what I will do now is I will apply something called, instead of having div here, this is like a wrapper, right? Outer wrapper. What if we can write wrapper here? It looks good. So div, we do it in another way. Let me remove everything. And outer wrapper is like wrapper, or let me say container, because this is containing. We don't have container now. We need to create it, but inside container, we'll write this JavaScript code. So where is this container coming from? We will create it with style components. That's why we have that style components. Let's go and write style dot ts, because this is TypeScript. Yes. Okay, now we are introducing this style container, and we will replace this with this div with container. I think you haven't already forgotten about style component, the things that we did previously. With style components, we import something from style components that is styled, right? And we create a variable called container that we are using there. And we use style from style component. Let me accept it from here now. So such kind of imports will happen if you don't have that this working. So we'll make this working and we'll fix this. But this is relative URL. We'll fix this with absolute URL. So this is div now. So here we will create styles for that container. Okay, so let me just write background color for now. Background color red. And let's export it from here. Export, and we will import it. And here, VS Code will do that. If I save it now, you see, now that red color is applied to our application. This is coming from here. So this is how we use style component in our application. Okay. So what you can also do is we have our theme here. We can use color from our theme as well. This is the theme that we have. We have primary color and secondary color, right? Here, let me try to replace this with that secondary color if possible. So for that, we need to actually previously I think I showed you, right? We need to use function here, callback function. So I need to first go inside JavaScript. Currently I'm inside a string, right? I can go inside JavaScript with this syntax. Now I'll pass a function here. That function will return that color that is inside theme And inside theme we have, this is inside theme, right? Theme, we have colors, and inside colors we have secondary here, we have primary here. Okay, so theme, and let me go to color, see how this is now providing me the auto suggestion. Inside theme I have colors, and inside colors let me go to that uh, that secondary or primary. And once I write dot here, I can see this primary. But where is this theme coming from? This theme will actually come from whatever you write here will be prop. So you can write props, and that props will contain that theme, or you can directly destructure and write theme here. Now you can get that theme dot, see how TypeScript is now providing the auto suggestion. This is actually the power. So dot, now if I write dot, now we have only two columns, primary and secondary. Okay, if I save it now, this is the primary color coming from here. Right, so in this way we use theme in our application. We will not write color there directly. If we need primary color, then we write primary color star primary. Okay, guys, now you can write your one CSS here, like let me say color white, and save it. Now we have white color. Maybe we have padding from left, right, top, bottom, and so I'm not seeing padding here. What happened?
You have missed unit.
Oh, so yeah, sorry, I missed the unit. 10 pixel. Yeah, it's applied. So in this way, we can apply CSS. I told you CSS, writing CSS is not that much complex, but writing CSS in shorter time is that we will practice eventually. CSS, we can just write out, see what the CSS we need there and write it. Like, let's say, um, align text, it will align text in center. I think it's not working here. Maybe something different for aligning the text align, I think, right? I think it is not correct what I write here. Text align. Yeah. So yeah, you can try writing CSS, display it in proper way here. And we'll start from here tomorrow. And we'll apply CSS. We'll write CSS ourselves, at least for the product. But later I'll just provide you already written CSS. You can go there, you can trial yourself and try to understand what CSS is doing. This is just decoration part, right? This is regarding aesthetics in your React application. So you can see just the rule here and see the output. Sometimes try to change the rule and see the output. What is it actually displaying in the browser? Okay, everyone. So I think I'll end here for today, and we'll start from here tomorrow. All right, everyone. Any question till now? So how was your today's session? We set up something different, like prettier ESLint. How much confident do you think? Will you be able to do it yourself? Maybe by seeing this video later.
Yes.
Yeah. You feel like you can do that, right? Use.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
just
so. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, just try it, everyone. Because if you try it right now, you will face some problems. Then we'll discuss and we'll sort out here. Okay, so yeah, you can ask me. We can discuss together. I'll take your help. You'll take mine, and we'll do it together. Try to sort it out here. But when you do that later, maybe when you are working somewhere, it will be difficult time for you. That's why I'm just asking you to try it once. And if there is some issue, then maybe we can try to sort it out right here and move ahead, because we don't want to stick and stick within this same concept all the time, because we want to see other things as well, like Redux and testing things in React. Yeah, that's why just give it some time. It will you need to actually give extra time to do these things later as well. You need to manage it somehow, and if you try it yourself, then maybe we can discuss tomorrow and we can resolve some of your issues. And I assume most of you will get at least one issue while actually installing this ESLint and PDA, and that's fine, so that we can resolve. So if some of you are getting at least one issue, then it will be generalized, right? Later, when you try to install ESLint, we will combine all of this issue, and whatever the issue is there, you can uh, just fix it yourself later. All right, so let me commit at the end. So this is creating first component, applying CSS with style components. Okay, everyone. So do you have some question before ending this session for today? Anything you want to ask? Any question? Yeah, that can be anything, okay? It is not limited to React. You can ask me some general question as well if you have. Yeah, if I know, I'll try to just answer you. Otherwise, some of the other participants here can also join us. Yeah, we can discuss. Okay, then. Yeah, then let's end this session here for today. I'll meet you tomorrow, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you will try it yourself once, and you'll ask me a lot of questions tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just hoping that for tomorrow. And yeah, we'll do some more progress in this current application. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll meet you tomorrow. Have a good day. Good night. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gorak. Thank you, everyone. Good night.